profound saying in Buddhism that holds immense power. Whether you practice spiritual cultivation or not, if you wish to avoid sleepwalking through life and instead seek clarity, you must understand this concept. One mote of dust, one world. What is this dust? Dust refers to thoughts. A mote of dust represents the tiniest, most imperceptible thought. But why does a single thought represent an entire world? Let me give you an example that might completely shift your perspective. In the classic novel Journey to the West, there is a specific episode where Tang monk Tripitaka and his disciples pass through a place called the Little Thunder Monastery. Inside, there is a demon known as the Yellow Eyebrow Monster. This monster was incredibly clever. He knew exactly how to exploit Tang monk's intense obsession with seeing the Buddha. So, he conjured up a fake temple and named it the Little Thunder Monastery. As soon as Tang monk saw the temple, he became frantic with excitement. He thought, how can I see the Buddha and not worship him? Despite the Monkey King's Sun Wukong repeated warnings, Tang monk insisted on entering. The moment he stepped inside, he was captured. This illustrates the first terrifying aspect of thoughts. The future Buddha, Maitreya, once said, obsession gives rise to demonic obstacles. In Tang monk's reality, reaching the Thunder Monastery was his entire world, his life's purpose. The 81 tribulations he had to endure along the way were designed precisely to help him shatter this illusory world. However, his desperate attachment to seeing the true Buddha had mutated into a demonic obstacle. As long as you harbor such obstacles, you can be exploited. Once exploited, you become a tool rather than your true self. Furthermore, the most frightening thing about this type of thought, this inner demon, is that it alters the trajectory of your life. Why do I say that? Imagine you have a fleeting thought, that smooth-talking man treats me better. My husband at home is too honest and lacks any spark in life. In that moment, only a single thought arose. It might have flickered through your mind like a mote of dust, gone in a flash. You might have finished that thought and immediately went to cook dinner or pick up the kids. It seems like nothing happened after all. You didn't actually do anything bad based on that thought. But in reality, that single thought has planted a seed. If you do not become aware of this thought, you will sooner or later act upon it. You cannot escape it. Many people say, I only thought about it. I didn't do it, so there's nothing wrong. But that one thought has already reshaped the appearance of your world. This is why it is said that observing your thoughts is observing your life. Your world is merely a sequence of rising and falling thoughts chained together to create the moving image of the life you see before you right now. So, how can we view our thoughts correctly? Buddhism offers many methods, such as watching the breath or meditation. However, all these methods can be summarized in 8 words. As soon as a thought arises, be aware of it. Once aware, do not follow it. Whether you are watching your breath or using other techniques, the goal is simply to detect that single thought. How do you detect it? Let me teach you a practical little method. When a thought arises, do not treat it as something illusory. Instead, visualize it as you when you were a child. For example, suppose you were mistreated at work and you resolve to take revenge. At that moment, this vengeful thought is like a little child crying, "He stole my toy. I want to hit him back." You must act like a parent. and soothe this thought, not fight against it. You shouldn't scold it by saying, how could you be like this? How could you think that? That would just be another form of attachment to the thought. So, as soon as a thought arises, be aware of it. We notice the child has appeared, but we do not follow him. We are the adult, we are the big self, while that thought is the small self, the ego. We do not stoop to the child's level. After 3 to 5 seconds, you will find that the thought loses its power. If you fail to catch this thought, you might lose your job because of that act of revenge. Afterward, you will think it really wasn't worth it. A tiny incident has now caused a chain reaction of problems in my family. In truth, 99% of the things in our lives do not require a reaction. The reason you feel exhausted is that you respond to every single thought. True practitioners choose their responses selectively, or often choose not to respond at all. Remember, awareness is almost certainly the best way to change the trajectory of your life.